The world outside was a cacophony of demands, a roaring engine of shoulds and musts. Yet inside there was only a profound and hollow silence, a stillness not of peace, but of absence. It was the quiet of a room where a voice had been forgotten, where the air held the shape of words never spoken. This silence was a heavy blanket, muffling the very beat of my own heart, until it felt like a distant drum, belonging to someone else entirely. It was a void that echoed with the sound of nothing, a testament to a spirit resigned to listen but never to speak. I felt myself disappearing into this quiet, a ghost in my own life. This feeling brings to mind the silent rows of factory workers during the Industrial Revolution. Each person was a cog in a vast, clattering machine, their individual hopes and dreams drowned out by the relentless noise of production. They were told their value was measured only by their output, their hands, their obedience. Their inner worlds were deemed irrelevant, a luxury they could not afford. They were taught that their silence was a sign of compliance, a necessary ingredient for the great engine of progress to churn forward. Powerlessness was the air they breathed, a thick smog that settled in their lungs and quieted their tongues. Their silence was not their own, it was manufactured. Imagine your spirit as a single unlit candle in a vast dark room. The wax is firm, the wick is ready, but there is no flame. It simply stands, waiting. It doesn't know it is meant to burn, to cast light, to push back the shadows. It only knows the cold and the dark. The potential for warmth, for illumination, is held dormant within its very structure, yet it remains just an object defined by the darkness around it. This is the state of the powerless heart, a vessel of light that has been convinced it is only shadow, a potential fire that has been taught to be cold. Take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment, and feel the stillness in your own chest. Can you feel the potential there? The quiet hum of life waiting. What if this quiet isn't an end? A whisper arises from the deep. What if it's a beginning? A flicker of doubt, not in myself, but in the silence itself. A tiny question mark drawn in the dust of the void, and in that question, the air shifts. The heavy blanket feels just a little bit lighter, the silence a little less absolute. A seed of curiosity is planted in the barren ground. You are not what they built. The silence settles again, but this time, it feels different. It feels like a pause. The silence gave way to a dull, aching weight, a pressure that had no name and no source, yet it was undeniably there. It was the feeling of walking through deep water, every step a monumental effort. This was the opposite of freedom's lightness. It was the